Reading is an activity to understand text. Reading is grouped into word processing and comprehension. In English, reading is one of the important skills students must have because from reading, students can get important meaning and information from the text. In the current industrial era 4.0, which is all digital, it requires all humans to recognize and start using a smartphone so that we can keep up with global competition, one of which we can read any information via smartphone. We are no longer focused on reading only from books or letters just news. Now, we are still in pandemic COVID-19 and not a few fatalities as a result of the COVID-19 attack. COVID-19 has changed the world order of life in the fields of health, economy, social, religion, transportation, even in the field of education. With this decision, teachers and students in Indonesia then began to carry out e-learning for those who are in areas that support the implementation of e-learning by utilizing e-learning media, including electronic devices such as a mobile phone, notebooks, television, and others. One chat application that is currently widely used is WhatsApp. WhatsApp application, founded by John Calm and Brian Acton, which offer a simple, safe, and valuable exchange and message exchange experience and support sending and receiving various types of media like text, photos, videos, documents, location, voice recording, voice calls, and video calls. Nowadays, social media is one of the characteristics of a modern human. From all aspects of human life today, it cannot be separated from the name of social media. Social media is a way for us to socialize with others through electronic media such as mobile phone, notebooks, and others. From this observation, encouraged me to conduct research on optimizing students' reading comprehension of descriptive text through a learning method with WhatsApp application. And this is the implementation of using e-learning method on optimizing students' reading comprehension of descriptive text. In my observation, I found students' difficulties in learning English, especially in reading comprehension of descriptive text with e-learning method. And their difficulties are:
I have less understanding in learning English because I am not familiar with e-learning yet.
I lost a lot of time in reading and understanding the text before I answer the questions.
From that difficulties, I found that their learning English were not optimal. So in this research, I utilized WhatsApp features to support the e-learning process and to help and resolve students' difficulties with first, applied appropriate teaching techniques in reading comprehension, such as browsing on internet, so that they can motivate and stimulate students to be more active and live in the teaching and learning process. Also, I provided the widest possible opportunity for students to contact me in personal chat when they experience difficulties in understanding descriptive text, so that students understood the material being taught and had an impact on students' learning outcomes. And the second results for the second difficulty are I give them some strategies to answer the questions from descriptive text. With the example of question, what is the purpose of the text above? And the strategy is to describe the title of the text or to describe something that describe of the text. The second example of question, what is the text about? What does the text tells us about? What is the topic of the text? The text mainly discuss. The text tells us about. With the strategy, if there is a title, the answer is the title. If there is no title, the answer is the word that appears most often in the text, usually in the first sentence of the first paragraph, the last sentence of the first paragraph, or the first sentence of each paragraph. Next, about determine the main idea of particular paragraph. With the example of question, what is the main idea of paragraph? The strategy is the first sentence of the paragraph or the last sentence of the paragraph. Next, about determine the detailed information. With the example of question, use question words or W question. How, where, when, which, how many, what, who, why, whom, how long. With the strategy, focus on the keywords or sentence of the question. Then, find out the keywords or sentence on the text. The answer exists on the part or before or after the keywords or question sentence. Next, determine a word reference. With the example of question, the underlying word refers to, the word we refers to, what does the pronoun it refer to, the word she refers to. With the strategy is subject or object before the sentence. After give the treatment, I can see their progress in reading comprehension of descriptive text through a learning method with WhatsApp application, and this is one of students' result. If they have a good progress in reading comprehension through a learning method, how about us? Let us take the advantage of technological advance like our gadget to read useful text, so that in conditions that do not allow us to be free to do activities like the current pandemic now, we can still productive in learning and exploring knowledge. Because through reading, we can develop communicative competence in English.